on if it left. Okay.
Oh no, it's
Uh-oh.
already begun.
That's all it took, I guess. Hey, we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. Maybe one of the final shows you'll ever get to hear me say "litty like a titty," because that's what the King of Anime podcast always is. Litty like a titty. We lit in here. We I already forgot all the slang that I said this season.
Just forget
Please
it.
keep it that way.
Yes, right.
Well, I don't know where to go from here. This is the King of Anime podcast. See you later, everybody. Good night.
Huh?
Later.
Did we skip like a couple of things?
I would say I just started drinking. I don't think I forgot everything.
Yeah, we definitely can't leave before we talk about one of the best shows that we watched.
Oh, Sonny Boy, of course. Well, if you're not familiar with us, this is the King of Anime podcast, the show in which airs every Monday around this time, and we lock in a bunch of shows at the beginning of each season, and at the end of the season, we have an award show for all the shows that came out in the season, whether we watch them or not, and we give them our awards because they're so very important. Satsuki is apparently very up on our awards. I'm not.
We're the best ones. We're the best ones to do it.
I
agree with that.
I mean, we're better than Crunchyroll, but
Crunchyroll's a joke.
I mean, I agree. And mostly people will only do an award show at the end of the year. Nah, dude, we do 4 a year. Technically 5. If you just count, I don't know. Your imagination.
No,
I don't fucking know.
We should do more.
I like award shows because it gives me an opportunity to drink.
Okay.
That is that is the only. This is like a real award show then. Most of the celebrities at award shows, it's only an excuse to drink.
Well, the celebrities are out. There's Lightning Eagle. There's Ruler. Who we won't say anything about him shouting. And then there's I don't know, there's someone else is watching. I think his name is Echidnut.
Mitch.
That's right. He always listens, but never
talking about us, Dave.
But never joins.
Nope, never joins. He's an elusive as much as a crawfish is. Absolutely elusive.
He really is.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes his appearances greater.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, that is true. Well, what's up, everybody in the chat that are calling me out for loving Vladilena? And let me tell you something. Right now. Next week, on the premiere episode of the Fall 2021 King of Anime podcast season, I'm going to have a PowerPoint presentation proving once and for all I do not love Vladilena.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
And all y'all suckers gonna look real weird when you got egg on your face.
I look forward to it. That's all I'll say.
Is it gonna show live like on the YouTubes?
It's gonna be live.
All right.
Everyone's gonna be able to see the PowerPoint presentation.
I can't wait.
And that's just gonna be the way it is. Light Roller says, "Hola guys, had a bad weekend. Can I get a shout out from Satsuki to make my day?"
I'll give Light Ruler a shout out. Shout out to Light Ruler. Hope you have a better weekend.
Oh wow!
All right.
Congratulations, Light Ruler.
Wow.
I don't know if that's an excuse or that was a lie or not, but at least that was believable than the other shit. What was the one last time? His
Getting
neighbor's sister or something.
What?
His neighbor's sister or something had a bad day.
Oh yeah, I think it was last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you mean we all have a bad day, and like there is no day that is just perfect. I'm sorry,
Except today.
except today. Uh, let's talk about Sonny Boy. We're not going to do questions this week because we're going to have an award show, and we're going to talk about the last episode of Sonny Boy. And we may not even have questions next week for the next 2 weeks, actually, because we are not very good at planning out episodes. So,
I got a question, guys.
okay, what is your question?
All right, which would you rather me drink next? The raspberry lemonade or the watermelon lemonade?
They both have the same alcohol content, I'm assuming.
This is correct.
Why are you already slurring? You started drinking like 10 minutes ago.
Well, then I'll
You
say
know how quick
raspberry.
raspberry it is. Here we go, gentlemen. If I can open this.
We're only 6
There
minutes
we
in.
go. And also, listen to me, see? I am a cheap date, okay?
Okay.
All you need to
Alright.
do is give me these Vizzies. And then I become the shizzy.
A rap? What the fuck?
Oh, this raspberry lemonade tastes a lot better than that peach.
Holy shit,
Good
what the hell's
choice.
happening? Well, let's go ahead and talk about episode 12 of Sonny Boy before we get into the awards show, because we gotta talk about this episode. Easily, without a doubt, much like every week we say this, or at least I say this, best episode of Sonny Boy yet.
What are you talking about?
This time I believe you, because when you said that last time, I was like, what? What? Well, no, it was the episode where the guy was falling but not falling. I was like, there's no way.
Great
you believe
episode.
This is the
Great
best
episode.
That
Great
was-
episode.
This is so fucking bad.
What did you think
So,
about this
this-
episode, EA?
I told you it was gonna happen, that it was gonna be a stupid ass ending that meant nothing.
I forget what happened in the ending. Wait.
Exactly.
Let me real
Yeah,
I
quick.
like this ending. I like this
You-
ending.
Oh, okay,
They were-
yes, no, I like this ending. Actually, just in general, I think this is generally a good ending.
They went into space.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking the guy who loves Sensei's tits all of a sudden teleported his ass up into whatever the fuck that was. And then, you know, a lot of there's one thing I'll admit: a lot of good music played throughout
Dude.
this whole episode.
Last 3
I
or
was
4
genuinely
episodes.
surprised. Like this episode specifically, like it started good song, and then the other one good song. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of good. Where was this the whole series?
Dude, no,
And-
you're right. You're on money. If every episode began with full ass music, like this one did,
Yeah, but
It would've been
instead
way
we
better.
had to see Sensei's tits and people playing with fucking toy guns. That was more important. But the, this show just is. I'm never going to watch it again. I hope you realize that. Like this is a show that will be forgotten in years time. While you have Steins Gate that's been around for 10 years, lives on, Code Geass, Attack on Titan, all these even Sword Art Online is split down the middle. It's still remembered. Sonny Boy is gonna be but a fart in the wind, where no one's gonna remember it. It overstayed its welcome, and I'm glad it's gone.
what if this becomes the Rolling Stones of anime?
Then our generation truly is lost.
Honestly, I'd much rather have this than Darling in the Franxx.
They're both really bad. That's hard to pick. Girl eating honey dipped steak versus what happened in this show?
Good question.
Versus a mouse turning into a mice or whatever the fuck.
That is the example I always use to describe Sonny Boy, because I don't know how else to describe it. I just like when I try to tell people like what goes on this show, I'm like it's so crazy, a computer mouse turns into a literal mouse, and that's the show. Because I don't know what else to say.
Dude, that one guy turned into a forest.
I mean, that is. Oh, I thought that was normal.
I don't
will
think that's normal.
I will say this about the last episode of Sonny Boy. This is the most Space Odyssey I've seen an anime get. Like, this was legit. In my opinion, the presentation of whatever the hell it was when they went up into space, and I guess, like, the fabric of space and time, whatever that was, like, that was really well done artistically speaking. And juxtaposed with the actual music itself, it created, like honestly, like, this really cool, like, avant-garde music video, which was really nice. I think very enjoyable. And I think the music of this episode really lended to how well I think this episode felt paced in general. It's just, I guess what comes afterwards is, like, I actually really liked pretty much everything in this episode. It was the most coherent the show has ever been, despite me still not knowing what the hell's going on. And, like, I guess what went on. What it feels like, actually what this episode feels like is the episode after the ending. Like, it feels like most of the tension has been resolved and we're just seeing what the characters are up to after everything is, already been solved. And I quite liked to see, like, for example, Nagara, he knows, like, the whole time. He remembers everything. And he, like, runs into Mizuho. And Mizuho's like, hey, Mizuho. And Mizuho's like, huh? Who are you? Just walks away. But then you see from her perspective, and, like, there's this moment where she has like this eureka moment where she remembers, like, what's going on, and they have this conversation. And it's like a really, I don't know. It was just a really, well, I mean, at this point, Nozomi is with Kaza, the guy who likes the teacher bobs.
Yeah, he got what he wanted at the end.
I guess so. Yeah, he did.
Well, this is a different version of him, so we don't know exactly what he wants. Maybe he wants Mizuho now in this world.
He still wants the teacher.
I mean, it seems like he's much different, actually, in this world than he is from the one that I guess we're most accustomed to, which is, man, I can't believe I'm actually talking about this show, like, in this way. Before, I had nothing ever to talk about the show, but because this episode is so just coherent, you can actually talk about it, and it wasn't boring. So I was, like, hooked on everything everyone was saying, and it all made sense.
I think it's because it's pretty straightforward. Like, I feel like with all the episodes, like, we had to have Scarlet Disaster tell us exactly what was going on, explain the symbolism here and there. But this was pretty much on the nose. It's just, we got back to this world, and Nagara has this moment to where he is questioning whether that was the right thing, because nothing has changed, despite all that has happened, being on that, despite them drifting in different worlds and whatnot. And in fact, it might be a little worse, you could kind of say, because it's like you experience all of that and you can't even share that knowledge with anyone except for with Mizuho. Like, you built a bond with someone like Nozomi, and now it's been severed. So in a way, it's kind of worse because you had to adjust to this new world than how it was before. So yeah, I like this ending. It was just that was pretty much the whole episode. Mizuho was also experiencing the same thing. You saw her try to check for a new world when she pulled back the curtain, and when she went to the school and whatnot, and one of her cats died and whatnot, and they're trying to just adapt to normal life now.
Yeah. Scarlet, don't study.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
I don't know.
Study. School is for chumps.
I don't know if that's a healthy piece of advice you should take from drunk EA.
You should. You know, try. Oh no, studying is not good.
Well, I
What
will
percent
say,
is this?
I will
This is 5%. Come on, man. Getting drunk on 5. I need full on 20.
I don't think you do, EA.
Well,
I
don't
think you're
worry.
good with what you have.
I have one more to go, and that's the watermelon lemonade. So,
well,
yeah,
this should be an interesting rest of the podcast. But
I think so.
yeah, I mean, I'm just generally overall very happy about it. I liked the way the episode ended as well with the acoustic version of the ending. I mean, I always thought the ending song was pretty good, but I thought generally speaking, this whole episode felt like the most, like, if it's weird, but like if I were to point to a singular episode to say like, what is Sonny Boy about? I would point to probably this episode, just because it's, even though it won't make sense, the whole show doesn't make sense, but you can understand in a sense what, you know, artistically speaking, what this show is going for, which I think the show really rides on its artistic merits, so to speak, and I think that's the appeal of the show, is that it's very avant-garde and a little out there and a little kooky. You're not supposed to really make sense of it all unless you write a book about it.
Yeah, I feel like this. I feel like this anime is a YouTuber's dream. Like, I know we're YouTubers, but like, we're not looking at this to dissect it the way other people might, like write video essays about it. I feel like that's
Why did the mouse turn into a mouse? Ooh.
yeah. I mean, it has a lot of things, interesting things to pick apart, but because it's so out there, it's hard to pick up on certain things. That's why I would never say this show is bad. It's just that it is not for me at all, because I was not somebody who was going to sit here and try to absorb every piece of symbolism that the show threw at you, and it threw a lot at you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I think the ending was pretty straightforward and it made sense, and I was happy with the conclusion. I didn't expect it to answer a lot of the questions I had, but I'm surprised it didn't throw a crazy ending at you. It was just
not at all. There's a happy ending generally.
All
It's
right.
nice.
I gotta say something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this show needed to be 12 episodes. To be honest, now hear me out. You could turn this whole series and condense it into like a movie.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And you could probably skip all the fucking bullshit that's in it to where you're left scratching your head. And I think, and this is me being honest, there's a potentially a good movie in there somewhere. Because
absolutely, yeah.
As much shit as I've given this show, the ending actually was not bad. I mean, I still don't know how we got to that conclusion and how it, like, I guess the overall feeling of the ending was what I liked most about it was, you know, everything's wrapped up, everything's back to normal, people are moving on with their lives and being happy, but I don't know. I don't think we needed 12 whole freaking episodes of, you know, weird dumb shit, because if you take all that stuff out and just take the parts that are actual legit story and put it into there, like I said, you could just put it into like a movie, and that's what you got. That's what you would need for a story. I think it's in there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh man.
It does not need to be 12 fucking episodes.
If they really went in on a movie idea and they had like these pillar characters, like Mizuho, Nozumi, and Nagara, and then you have like this weird odd cast, like the guy who was God with the gun or whatever, and then you have like the outlaw cowboy stuff, who killed a lot of people, and then you like have these juxtaposing kind of like the space stuff that happened at the very end, the stuff with the cats. Like you could make like a really cohesive and like a really cool movie out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that they should have went that route as opposed to just, I don't know, the 12 episode thing. That's just my opinion though.
Well, what do you think, Satsuki?
I mean, like I said, I feel like every episode had its merit, but that doesn't mean it's going to be enjoyable to the mass public. So, I don't. A movie sounds interesting, but considering what Sonny Boy is, would a movie really like keep you engaged all the way through? Like, I don't know about all that. Depending on how we already feel about it. Like, even if they restructure some things, I just feel like Sonny Boy as a whole is just, it's just not something that a lot is going to appeal to a lot of people because of how dense it is with the symbolism and all the other hidden things that you had to pick up on. So I don't know if it will work as a movie.
Well, I will say as my final words on this before we kill or pass this episode and this series as a whole, I suppose. I think this show set out what it meant to achieve, and our audience sorely just thought wrong on the show that, you know, they thought we would enjoy. And I think this was not a fit for the podcast or for our personal viewing tastes. And while I spent most of the series quite confused and bored or annoyed, I don't know, I still feel happy about it, I guess. Like, it's over, and we can say we watched it, and we tried to understand it.
I can drink to that.
So
you were going to drink anyway.
Because the ending is positive, I am going to give it a positive outcome here, and I'm going to pass the final episode.
Well,
yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna pass.
Whoa. You got a pass from EA.
Yeah,
Sonny Boy, you did something right.
You know, like I said, it's in there somewhere, a good cohesive story. I just, how they had to fuck around with 12 episodes, I'll never know. But the ending was solid. I'll give it a pass.
I will pass it as well. You know, considering it was Sonny Boy or Jahi at one point, and I've been watching Jahi. I watched the latest episode. I still think Sonny Boy is better than Jahi. So that's saying something.
Wow, this watermelon lemonade is pretty good.
I will say though that this show is actually perfectly rated on my anime list, in my opinion. That sits at around a 7.5.
That's too high.
I don't know. I think it's fine. It's a well put together show. It's not. It's a little hard. It's a little hard on my noggin. So this is the part of the show where we're gonna get into the awards, and we're gonna run them down here in just a second as I set everything up. But it should, I guess, I should tell you guys. This is the last week we'll be having the old style of graphics. We've had these for about 2 years now. We've just been using them over and over repeatedly because I'm a poor ass motherfucker and don't have any goddamn money. But, you know, I sat down, I looked on Google just for inspiration on some graphics, what I could do. And next week, new graphics. Not only for the main KOA show, but as well the Demon Slayer spin-off show that we're doing for KOA with EA and Holographic. So, something to look forward to next week. But it's time for the Summer Awards, which I'm very excited for every season. And this time we got a new award, I think from Satsuki himself. We'll get to that in a moment.
We do?
Yeah, we do. We have a brand new
Oh,
award.
Okay, I won't say enough.
Yeah. I was gonna add in like an award for like, you know how like in Berserk, Adonis
what
has like
happened
the.
to fuck shit.
Oh yeah, fuck shit's not on here.
Oh.
I guess we didn't have it the season before or something. But
it's fine. I guess we didn't fuck shit this season.
yeah, there wasn't a lot of fuck shit anyways. But
Next season. Fuck.
I was gonna like add like an award myself for remember Adonis in Berserk 97? He had like the corpwits, whatever the fuck it's called, like family trade secret or whatever. I was gonna make an award based off that, like some really long award name.
Jesus Christ.
It would be fun.
You could call it the SeaTactics Family Secret that's been passed down from generations award.
Yeah, that's along the lines of what I was kind of going for, but actually even longer than that. But not enough time to do that. Maybe at the end of the fall season, since we'll still be covering Berserk around that time. Or well, we'll have covered Berserk in that season as well. Anyways, whatever. Who cares? Award show. The first award we usually have is for our waifus. We love the women's here on the King of Anime podcast. We are all three of us are very much in love with the idea of women. And so
women.
I like women.
Except for Guts. But so we thought, best written female character, and we shortened it. I guess I did shorten it to waifu just to keep it simple. So best written female character. This is not based off looks or anything like that, or at least solely, but based off how well the character is written. So with that out of the way, best written female character, I guess EA. Who did you pick?
I picked. Oh wait, no, that's spring. Hold on. There's summer. There wasn't many waifus this particular season, which makes me sad because, I'm always a fan of a strong female character as far as like a lead. You can get them really good ones when you narrow it down. But this one I think was a diamond in the rough this season. Though I really didn't finish this show. What the fuck's her name? Rio, aka the landlady from Jahi Sama. Now that is a cool waifu, strong female character. She doesn't need no man to hold her down. She's just like, I'm gonna get the rent from you. And yeah, she doesn't care, man, woman, child. She'll kick the shit out of you. So, Ryu, aka Landlady, for the win.
EA, I've watched every episode of Jahi so far. Every scene that I've liked in Jahi involved a landlady. Every single one. There's not a single scene I've liked that does not have her in there.
Yeah, she's a special type of gal.
Yeah,
all right,
she is.
Satsuki, who did you nominate for best written female character of summer 2021?
I nominated Homura Kogetsu from 8 and 0. It's to be expected because if you the writer is Hiro Mashima, and if you've watched Fairy Tail, or if you knew me way back when, at one point my favorite character, my favorite female character ever was Urza, and this is before I watched Kill La Kill. But she's written in the same way to where she has a very wacky personality, but is also a fighter and can have her serious moments, and pretty much like the last arc of 8 and 0 centered around her and her story. So she has a lot of weight in the story past like how she looks, how great of a fighter she is. She's actually relevant, and she's just funny. She has this quirk where she always says what's on her mind despite her not wanting to. Like it just slips out like a Freudian slip. And I think that's pretty funny. And like I said, it's cool. C said that it's not based on looks, or it's not solely based on looks. Mine is definitely based on looks. But but that, like you said, it's not all there is to it. Because I'm someone who thinks like a good character design goes into why I like a character. Not to say that I won't like a character just because they look like shit, but Homura looks great, and she is great, and she's funny. So that is why I
What
chose her.
what are some good female characters that look like shit?
Uh, huh. That's a good question. Cause like all the
Yeah,
characters I
because
like don't
they're all
really look like
drawn
shit.
right. They're all drawn pretty or cute or whatever.
Well, well, not to say that this character looks like shit, but she doesn't look the most attractive, and that's Dr. Correa from One Piece.
Oh, what about
Like,
um Piorin? Piorin's not a very attractive woman.
Who? Purian?
To Your Eternity, old lady.
it's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, she's old too, but when she was younger, she was a looker.
Yeah, but we
Fair enough.
mainly knew her as an old
That's
character.
true. That's true. Okay, she's cool,
Well,
even though
okay,
she's dead now.
I got a good one. How about Tomoko from Watamote? Not to say that she's like
Oh
the most hideous
yeah.
creature ever, but
Right,
she's not
But
drawn as an attractive character.
right. She's not like this cute, pretty little thing. She's always looks like she's tired. She's one of those much to be desired type. Yeah, she could use a makeover.
Well, for my nomination, people have thought that I'm gonna pick Toru from Dragon Maid. No. I mean, Toru's great in Dragon Maid, but I'm also going to go for Dragon Maid on this one. I'm gonna say Elma from Dragon Maid. This was actually, I was gonna pick Ilulu because she's kind of the new character on the block. She actually really impressed me because I actually dropped the manga because of Ilulu, because they it's gonna sound weird saying this because this is fucking Dragon Maid and KyoAni, but in the manga they over sexualized her to such an extreme degree that it turned me off of her character almost completely and made me actually hate her. I thought this anime was gonna be doomed because of Ilulu. I was wrong. Ilulu in Dragon Maid is fantastic. That being said, Elma is by far the best character in Dragon Maid this season. She has, or well, I should say she's involved with a lot of the more backstory of Dragon Maid, along with fleshing out the dragon world, but as well, her feud with Toru and her relationship with Toru and all the others is actually very compelling. And this is actually a trend with this season of Dragon Maid. If you were, I guess, somewhat disappointed or even disliked a lot of the characters in Dragon Maid Season 1, especially like the Quetzalcoatl or Lukoa, they pretty much, I don't want to say 180 because they're still the same character, but you understand more about their characters in this season. And overall, I think Dragon Maid Season 2 is to me ideally what Dragon Maid Season 1 should have been, and is head and shoulders above anything that Season 1 ever did, which is actually not, I don't think, a controversial statement to say, because I think most people would agree that Dragon Maid Season 1 was kind of, I don't want to say a basic show, but presented in such a way that it is maybe more normal KyoAni slice of life stuff with dragon titty bitches. But Season 2 is a whole other thing, and is by far one of the coolest KyoAni series I've seen, especially in recent memory. It's right up there, in my opinion, with things like Violet Evergarden the movie or the OVA for Violet Evergarden. It is something to behold, and
you like it that much?
Yeah, no, I think it's easily, if not for To Your Eternity, the best anime of the season.
Wow. I mean, I remember watching the Season 1, and it was I agree. It was nothing but lollies and big titted dragon bitches, like you said.
I mean, it's
And
still that, but it's more. It's that and
it's
more.
oh, okay. They do stuff.
They do a lot of stuff.
You know what kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, there's titties everywhere. There's like like in the second episode, there's a POV shot of Lukoa looking down, and you just see her boobies going everywhere.
Lukoa has ridiculously big tits. Like hers are like. Does she still crush that little boy?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's the worst part of this series still.
The hell are you guys talking about?
You ever seen Dragon
What
Maid?
goes on in this show? No, I have not seen it.
So there's this character in Dragon Maid. Her name is Lukoa. She's a dragon, and she like
her tits are out of this world.
Her tits are massive. She's like just a totally stacked looking dragon, but she's a pedophile. So and she hangs out with this kid. And this kid, by the way, like the character of this kid is like a really cool character. He's really funny. But yeah, she pervs on this 10-year-old basically, and this 10-year-old tries to perv back, and it's weird, to say the least.
I like what the main character said about her, like in the first season. She's like, "You kind of look like a slut."
Oh yeah.
And then she's like, eh. She's one of those, her eyes are always closed, and she's kind of dopey kind of characters.
Yeah, I think Lightning Eagle puts it best. Dragon Maid is funny, but it gets uncomfortable. And it does. Yeah, like, it's like I said, Dragon Maid Season 2,
senpai.
That was weird.
That was fucking, she always cooked her fucking tail so that, what's her face?
Oh my God. In the OVA, she poisons like chocolates to give to Kobayashi so that she would like get all horny and shit, and so that Toru could basically take advantage of it. It's like it's not okay shit, but the show is like legitimately hilarious. So
it's wholesome stuff, Satsuki. Wholesome.
Yes.
Sounds everything but okay, I'll take your word. All I know about Dragon Maid is Kobayashi and Makima meeting up. That's all I know about it.
There's a lot of stuff in Dragon Maid, but this season is like they focus more on the world building and stuff. But anyways, who is the best written female character out of our 3 nominations? What do you guys think? Satsuki's usually the one to start off.
Well, I'll say you guys haven't watched 8 and 0, so
I've read it.
How far did you get?
Chapter 20 something.
What? I don't even. Well, Homura
I'm pretty
might have
sure
been introduced, but
pretty sure I know who Homer is.
Yeah, but there's no way that you could like.
Oh yeah, I know who Homer is. Yeah, totally. Everybody loves her.
I'm not saying that you don't know her. I'm saying it like from where the anime ended. I think it ended around like the 60s or something, maybe the 50s. So,
damn, like, this is an old anime.
No, what the fuck?
I thought you hated Eden Zero, Satsuki.
No. Powering through.
No, I didn't hate Eden Zero. When you were reading it and I was commenting, I was talking about Hiro Mashima as a mangaka and his works. With 8 and 0, I had to just come to terms with this. This is who he is. He'll always fumble things in some regards, and he'll always have the fan service. I just kind of live with it now. I just accepted it.
Fan service, great.
But yeah, I mean, you guys haven't watched 8 and 0, so I don't think Homura's going to be.
Hold on,
finalist.
I want to see what she looks like.
She looks all together.
Get to.
She was my Abby for a while.
Oh, this is okay. And you said you judged her just by looks?
I did not say that, EA. I had a whole thing.
I bet you did. You had a thing for her.
I did.
Oh my God. So It's between
She got big
Rio
tits.
and Elma, I suppose, at this point.
Yeah.
We
I
can
think.
give it to the big titty.
Yeah, well, yeah. We're giving it to the dragon titty bitch, Elma.
No. Hers are bigger?
It's Dragon Maid. It's KyoAni,
Let me
most
see.
likely.
Oh, yeah, she does have big tits. I can't spell. Oh, yeah,
Are
her
we
tits
are we
her tits-
judging who we're picking on their tits?
No, God, no.
Didn't
God,
C
no.
open this up by saying it's not all about looks, and now like we're deciding by whose chest is bigger?
I think Satsuki's girl is bigger,
Oh my
from
God.
what I saw. But if this was Lakua, then yeah, she'd win it. Oh no. I
What
think
the
I'm
fuck is
feeling it
happening?
now.
What the fuck is going on? Okay, Elma wins, I suppose. Congratulations.
You clapped them titties.
Best written male character, Husbando. Same shit for girls, but now they got wieners. So
They got the big dicks.
oh my God. EA, who did you nominate?
I nominated Fushi because he can have any dick he wants.
What the fuck is
true.
wrong with you?
He can
Oh
grow-
wow. I never
he
thought
can-
about that. He can like yeah.
He can have any size he wants. He could have like the tiniest of tiny, or he could be like big ol' mighty. You know?
Big ol'-
He can get any woman he wants. And if she's like, oh, it's too big, senpai, that's when he could be like, it's okay. And he just shrinks it down. And then, it fits like a glove. That's why I picked Fushi.
I just like in your scenario, you're not accounting for the fact that he still has to change faces. So like during them having sex, he changes to a whole different person, and she's like, "Oh, that's normal."
Yeah. He does the little thing that he does. No, but all seriousness, Fushi is just a great character. He went from being this pebble to not knowing anything to just now he's a fantastic character, and I just absolutely love Fushi. And I was trying to think of other dudes that were good this season, and no, he was super fantastic, and I can't wait to see what happens in season 2 with him. And just great series.
Well,
Great person. He's a nice friend.
Satsuki, who did you pick?
I picked Hao from Shaman King. We dropped
The
Shaman
fuck?
King long ago.
What the fuck, Shaman King? Why is Shaman King being brung up in here in a positive sense? What the fuck?
How do you do that?
Hold up.
I didn't know I came here to be disrespected.
Why
I thought
you
this was our
gotta-
opinions.
It's just-
Look, I'll tell you how I was on here. All right. So, I still don't think highly of Shaman King. I've been told that things are different in the manga. I don't know if like content wise things are different, but at least how it's presented and structured is different in the anime. But that's beside the point. How to me is he's kind of like how Draken was to me in Tokyo Revengers, where like no matter what's going on, I could always look forward to this character's scenes.
oh my god.
Are you all right?
No, I needed that. I'm sorry.
What?
I don't know what just happened, but okay. Yeah, how is he is the ultimate villain in the series, and every single time he shows up, I just clap and I go, thank you, Hal. This episode was mediocre, it was bad, whatever. But as soon as Hal shows up, he just increases the quality of the episode, and it is the greatest thing ever. Like he has like his presence as a villain is just he commands your attention. He goes out, he just kills people, and I'm like, because a lot of the times things are lighthearted in Shaman King, and then like he just like completely changes the tone of the series. Like y'all a little too happy, kind of like how Akito would do it. Like you guys a little too happy. I gotta turn up. I gotta turn up for the one time for y'all. So that's why I like Hal. He's just
Is
he
that
shifts the tone completely.
is that little guy still in there? The one that is really fucking annoying.
Unfortunately,
God, why doesn't he fucking just die already?
I'm waiting on it.
Because it's not even his story. The main dude is the one with the bandana and the chick that wants to marry him, and she's fucking 13.
I think you got it mixed up. She's the one with the bandana.
Oh God, does he have a hat?
He has headphones.
That's what it is. He's got headphones.
Well,
Does she still want to marry him?
Yes, that's her goal.
She should get over it. They're like 13. Come on now. They should be skipping rocks at a lake.
well, my pick for best written male character is Fushi. So that means I guess
Because of
Fushi-
the dicks.
Fushi
High
just
five.
wins. Yeah, woo. So, but I want to hear Satsuki's rebuttal to Fushi being the best written male character.
Well, Fushi is going to have a more integral role in To Your Eternity than how came in. Well, he was already here, but like he didn't really come into the story until like midway. Shaman King still has a long way to go. I think it still has a whole half left.
You are insane.
Yeah, I've been told that. But yeah, To Your Eternity is finished, and I feel like we have more of Fushi. So I'm not going to really argue for how, because it's just that we kind of got a whole character arc for Fushi, as
Right.
opposed to How, who's, like I said, he got introduced midway into Shaman King, so he's still going. Like he didn't have a chance to like really compete with Fushi in that sense as a character.
Well, so Fushi, I guess, wins best written male character. But we're gonna have a. This is interesting because, as Pinnacle points out, Fushi is both male and female, meaning we have a unique time where Fushi and just a character in general can win both the Waifu and Husbando Award. Just saying.
Okay.
So not only, so Satsuki, hold on now. He's also female, so by default he wins as well the Waifu Award.
He wins.
He wins both. He wins both.
No. What the fuck? No.
2 against 1. Fushi wins both Husbando and Waifu.
He burped.
2 against 1. Fushi is both the best written male and female character, along with Elma from Dragon Maid. Isn't that crazy?
Man,
Bullshit.
the tits are rolling.
What the fuck? The next award, of course, is one of my favorites. Probably the greatest award ever made, if I'm to be honest. This is, we should probably get a one for dads in here just to be fair, because it is fair. But at the same
I'd
time,
win every time.
EA would win every time, so maybe we shouldn't. But we love mothers on the King of Anime podcast. Except for Satsuki for some reason.
What? Why do I get random accusations thrown at me every week? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I guess Satsuki just doesn't like women. I guess it's very strange.
Just like how you love Lena.
Women.
Hey, next week on the King of Anime podcast, on the debut episode of the fall 2021 KOA season, we're gonna have a PowerPoint slideshow proving my innocence.
I'm gonna wait. I can't wait for that one.
Exactly. This award is, of course, dedicated to my favorite kinds of people, MILFs. This is the MILF Certified Award. EA, who is your MILF of this season?
my MILF for this season is I'm gonna get this Ten Chuko, aka Restaurant Lady from Jokin. Is that it? Jahi Sama. Fuck. I drank all three of them. And no, she's a MILF because I mean, she's owns her own fucking restaurant. She's hot. She got them boobs for sure. And I don't know what she did to like have a successful business, but she must be she's a smart lady too, because she's very successful with what she does. And Jahi Sama is jealous. So I'm voting Tenchuko, aka Restaurant Lady.
I want the people to realize every time EA has explained his choices for these awards, they had to do with boobs or dicks.
This is true. I'm sorry.
Well, Satsuki, who did you?
Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
You say I'm angry at myself.
Oh, hold on. Let me. I'm angry at myself.
Damn.
Is that good?
I was hoping for the echo.
Hold on. I'm angry at myself.
Thank you. Okay, I needed that.
All right.
Okay, so my pick for MILF Certified was EA's not previous pick, but his first pick for waifu, and that is Ryo, the landlady from Jahi. Is she a MILF by definition? No, she's not a mother, I don't think. But she's a landlady, so like she owns different places, and I'm stretching it, but I could say she's a MILF in that way. She doesn't have the typical traditional MILF trait. She doesn't have the big boobs that EA was talking about, but I mean she's pretty cool. Pretty cool character.
Well, listen, there's not a lot of MILFs this season. There just isn't. And to be honest, Satsuki, you probably shouldn't have put this award in this season. Because this is one of the most no one wins here. But I picked, for MILF Certified, Miss Kobayashi from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I felt that, generally speaking, since she takes care of Kana and Ilulu, that in a sense, she is a mother to these dragons. And she is a very good role model as well. So, she's got a bad back. Most mothers have a bad back. So, that's my nomination. And at this point, it's really down to who's more motherly. Landlady or Kobayashi?
Well, it's EA's pick, if we're doing it that way.
Yeah, what the fuck?
She is motherly. I mean, Ryo is her sister, so she's the person that or Ryo is, she looks up to her, and Jahi too in a weird way. So yeah, she's definitely the mother figure.
And she's got the Ada voice, so that's an automatic.
Let's refill my glass of wine.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not champagne?
It's not champagne this time. Let me tell you, that was one of the most pleasant mistakes I've ever made in my life.
Like, this isn't champagne. This isn't wine. It's champagne.
I didn't know wine was so good. Champagne. What did I say? I don't know anymore. Listen, I'm sipping on my wine. EA is whatever, and I'm just enjoying it. Satsuki's somehow the only sober one here. I don't get it.
Yeah, so how is that possible?
I mean, so like I said, someone had to do it.
Well, Satsuki, listen, since you're the designated driver, who's more MILF?
You gotta drive us home.
It has to be Tensho.
Right.
Yeah.
From Jahi-sama.
All right. I guess Jahi somehow fucking won something here. Good job.
I'm happy.
The next award is dedicated to things that are disappointing, things that you went in and maybe had some expectations for, maybe you didn't, but at the same time, either way, you felt overall as a total package, this singular event or thing was disappointing. No, we're not talking about your sex life. We're talking about anime.
Boo.
And
EA, what did you nominate for most disappointing?
okay, so for those of you that don't know, I like My Hero Academia. What I was most disappointed in was season 5 of My Hero Academia. At least the first 12 episodes, because literally the first 12 episodes were Class A versus Class B. Hey, look at our powers. Aren't we fucking cool? Which literally could have been compressed. Hell, if they wanted to do it, they could have made it into like a movie, like they do with some of these things. But anyway, uh, like once it got past that, it started getting good. But I mean, it wasn't like great. You know, this is probably the worst season of My Hero Academia has ever had. I still think seasons 2 and 3 were like some of the best, but season 5, oh, oy vey, it's definitely forgettable. I'll probably never, if anything, I'll probably skip the first half if I ever decide to rewatch it again. Season 6, though, shaping up to be a real doozy. But anyway, yeah, My Hero Academia season 5, disappointing anime of the year.
Yeah. People weren't too high on the joint training arc, even in the manga. So I feel like that was just the one that you had to get through. Because I was pretty much hearing people complaining about that arc before it got animated. So um you'll be happy to know that things look up from there apparently.
Season 6 is looking to be really good.
Yeah. Well, as for me, the most disappointing anime this season is none other than Higurashi Sotsu. This is the sequel of Higurashi Go, which wasn't bad when you look at the season as a whole by itself, but when you put this together, when you put Go and Sotsu together, it combines to be one of the worst things I've ever watched in my entire life. This anime is competing with Higi Hero, fucking Higi Hero, for the worst anime I've watched this year. It may be the worst anime I've watched ever. Like it would be top 10 for sure. That's how bad Higurashi Sotsu is. It completely shat on the established characters, in particular Satsuko, her uncle. It didn't really shit on Rika, but she regressed because she didn't really have much to do other than to react to Sakato. It was just terrible. I don't know how the same person that wrote Higurashi wrote this, because it felt like some fan fiction idea. Like the idea, the premise of the show is, I wonder what would happen if Sakato was evil, and then that's the whole 2 seasons, and it's garbage, and it doesn't make any sense. And then it ended on it ended in the most predictable way, because I called that none of this shit would really matter in the end, because they're not going to have any lasting consequences since Sakato is the villain. And yeah, it was a waste of time. It was a drag to get through. I literally had to watch the episodes in 2x speed, because there was no way I was going to sit 20 plus minutes for that garbage.
And remember, Sasuke, this was all because someone didn't want to fucking study.
Yes, Sakato's motivation as a villain. Her motivation is she wants Rika to stay with her in a Hinamizawa village, but it became a point to where if she studied and went to the same school as her problems would have been solved. She said, "Fuck studying. I'll take the alternative, which is to kill my friends and Rika herself to somehow break her will in multiple time loops until she decides to stay in the village. That's the alternative. So studying versus mass murder. That's fucking Sosu. It's trash.
Well, my nomination, as I get more tipsy and tipsy, is Summer 2021 anime season as a whole. Now, sure, we had, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna continue to be nice to Sonny Boy here. We had Sonny Boy, and as well, we had an all-time great KyoAni anime in Dragon Maid season 2. Two outings, we'll say, for Dragon Maid, one of the best outings that the studios had in recent memory. Even then, this season, I had expectations that this season would be meh, but I have never been so bored by a season in my entire history of the SeaTactics channel. So I think for that alone, at least from my perspective, I think even this season is somewhat just underwhelming. Outside of sequels and stuff like that, of course. If you want to even get more technical than that, not even count Dragon Maid. I think this is one of the most lame duck seasons that there has been since 2018, 2017. Even then, I think those seasons had way better anime.
What was that one season where we didn't even fucking finish the season? We were just like, we're going on break.
That was fall 2018, I believe, or fall 2019.
Was it nice?
That was fall 2019 because we didn't watch anything for the winter.
Yeah. I say. I mean,
it was Vinland Saga, and that was it.
Our debut season was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad season as well. But even then, I feel like if we went back, I feel like we were enjoying Slime Daddy at the least. But like all of the new shows, we killed all of them pretty much, besides Sonny Boy, and that only won because of frequent technicalities. Because we were just like whatever.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, if we're talking about everything we watched, not just what was on the podcast, like I enjoy 8 and 0. And I was kind of surprised by that, and I'm enjoying Love Live Superstar. So there were some things I enjoyed. Like to me, our debut in that fall season 2018, 2018 was some of the worst anime.
It really was.
I experienced over a stretch of
696.9.
Rewrite D.
What else?
God. Fucking SSSSS Gridman, Goblin Slayer. Dude, it was not a good time.
Most of our names for these awards come from that season.
Yeah, the one that got away, Thigh Meat, King Nothing. I think we don't have some of the awards from that season still on this version of the show, but we may next season because we have a ton of awards. We keep off the show sometimes every season because it doesn't fit. So, or there's just too much. But yeah, a lot of them come from that initial season. But yeah, so most disappointing. I'm gonna be real here. That fucking Super Saiyan Higurashi fight, the Dragon Ball fight between Sadako and Nipa was
Enrika.
Oh fuck! I call her Nipa, but
that wins hands down.
I like that.
Nipa.
It's the dumbest. Literally, I was watching it last week in call with you guys, and I'm like, what the fuck is? Why is it? What? This is Higurashi. This is a horror series.
Right. I couldn't believe what I was seeing either. I was like, this is a fucking joke. I didn't watch the series, but that scene alone, that's the worst thing I've ever seen this whole season.
It's terrible.
It is so bad. I don't understand how that show is not rated even lower than what it is. And then the one character that I like turned into a fucking lolly for no reason.
Which one?
Her name is Yuel.
Do I know her?
No, you don't.
Okay, never mind then.
Well, I think Higurashi takes that because that Super Saiyan fight, that Dragon Ball fight was easily one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Just because I know the context of Higurashi. So that's my opinion.
Bad.
It makes me want to watch the original season again.
It does.
Rika stabs herself in the head repeatedly with a knife.
I did a video on it last year. I may do another one. If you guys want to see me do a video on the thing, you know, make sure to do the things and put in the chat as I'm drunk.
Type in the word broccoli. Broccoli. Very good.
The next, so I guess Higurashi wins most disappointing, which I think is fair at this point. I think everybody I've seen that have talked about the series, people like Kevin Nia or Brandon Reviews or whoever, seems to really dislike this season, despite some of its more comedic moments that are not probably supposed to be comedic. The next award is dedicated to the shows that we wished that we watched. Literally, this award is called The One That Got Away, the show we wish we watched instead of ellipses. In this instance, the ellipses is interesting because we, as one of our nominations are, we literally watched pretty much everything that we could have this season. This is one of our most productive seasons ever, I think. Easily, or like we've never watched this many shows in the season before. At least in the way that we have, trying to make this season of King of Anime podcast much more interesting than any other season before. I mean, introducing Echidnut's Gauntlet, for example. EA, what is your nomination for the show that we wish that we watched instead of whatever else we wish we didn't?
All right, hear me out on this one.
This is going to take some convincing, and it may oust you as something you don't want to be. So.
No. You can oust me for whatever. I don't give a shit. But the one that we should have watched instead of King Shaman dancing is wait, what did we see?
I don't know what you just described. Shaman King mixed with I don't know what a dancer came in from.
I don't know. But girlfriend for the plot.
Bold choice.
This is why.
They're all teenagers.
Listen. Yeah, they're all teenagers, so that's whatever. But when it comes to the entertainment value, we would have had more to talk about with this show than we ever would have with Sonny Boy, which is what happened. I don't know. Okay, now I pass. What happened? I don't know. At least with girlfriend, we would know what was going on, and it was comedic, and it was hilarious, and we would have gotten the views straight up. I mean, we probably would have killed this early on. I'm not even going to lie. It probably would have been that bad, but, you know, we would have given it some courtesy passes, but it would have been fun just to be like, dude, did you see that shit? Yeah, I can't believe we did. All right, I'm killing it.
I'm surprised you didn't nominate Peach Boy Riverside.
No, I saw the first couple episodes.
That show looked like a train wreck.
It really, it was. It was.
I'm so drunk. Satsuki, tell us about the things that you know about the awards of nominations.
For what I nominated for the award, the one that got away was nothing. We literally watched everything this season. There's nothing that we should have watched to replace anything because we watched everything. There's nothing. I know there's other shows, girlfriend, Peach Boy, Riverside. I don't care. I was at my wit's end. I still am. Like, I'm holding on by a fucking thread. So for this award to be an award for this season offends me because it suggests that there was something else that needed to be done, and no, it wasn't.
Didn't
I'm
you
tired.
pick the awards this season?
It was
I didn't-
girlfriend.
I literally copied and pasted what we had last time. I didn't type this out.
I cry. Well, listen, that's a good nomination, buddy. I agree. We watched literally everything, but I'm gonna immediately go back on my words that I literally just said and say Dragon Maid, I suppose, because Dragon Maid season 2, like I said before early in the show, before I was very sober, this show, this season, it's one of the best outings KyoAni has had in a while, and I honestly do not think we would have killed this show. Like, I think we would have enjoyed every single episode of it, despite some of its glaring flaws. The reason for that is because the first 2 or 3 episodes has these amazing fight scenes, amazing character development, and then the rest of the fucking season is some interspersed fight scenes, especially between Elma and Toru, that are fucking awesome and beautifully animated, but as well some of the best storytelling that there is to offer in this season of anime. I can't believe I said that without slurring my words. Someone nominate something.
Yeah. So we have girlfriend, Dragon Maid, or literally nothing. I'm telling. I'll say this to EA. I'm definitely not going to be on your side for this award. I understand girlfriend.
Why not?
Oh, I'm sorry, God. But as much as I understand your point about like the entertainment factor and how we would have at least stuff to complain about given the content of girlfriend, it would come at the trade-off of my sanity, which is already waning as days go by. I just could not handle it. I saw the synopsis for girlfriend, and my mind almost broke. I don't think I could have handled one episode of it. So
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about the dragons?
Well, that would have required me to watch season 1, which would have also broke my mind.
Okay.
I would have had to watch season 1 and then, and it's not because it's Dragon Maid, because I don't know anything about the show, but it's because the reason why I wouldn't pick it is because I would have had to watch another fucking season of anime just to catch up and talk about season 2, which at this
Alright.
point, maybe I could have done this at the start of the season, but at this point I am worn down. My body is breaking down, man. I can't handle more.
Are your knees weak? Arms are sweaty? There's vomit on your sweater already? Mom spaghetti?
Not spaghetti. There's a restaurant. He has a restaurant like that now. He was serving people when he opened that restaurant.
Is that right?
Yes.
It's a place called Mom Spaghetti?
Yep.
I want to go.
Probably in
Alright.
Detroit.
Well, then I guess we literally watched everything.
No, Dragon Maid. What the fuck?
No.
Dragon titty bitches. The fuck's wrong with you two?
I love dragon titty bitches.
Dude, do you
but
see how
again,
cute Elma is? You see how cute Toru is?
Listen.
See how cute
Elma-
Kobayashi is?
I mean, Satsuki said he didn't see it, so I wouldn't want to.
Well, Satsuki needs to fucking watch season 1. We're gonna cover it on Knock 'em a Club, motherfuckers.
I am saddened, heartbroken. Words can't express my disappointment.
Oh. I guess we literally watched everything. I mean, Satsuki's right. I mean, I guess the one that got away, the show we wish we watched instead of whatever, is nothing. Because we fucking did it all. And we're the coolest. And I
did it all for the Nookie.
Limp Bizkit. They're cool now. We can make those references. So nothing wins.
Yes.
All right. Not applicable. Okay, so moving on. This next award here is for anime that don't deserve the amount of praise that they get. This, of course, is named after a famous character known only for one aspect, and a show that is way overrated because of a certain studio's name, Trigger. That is, of course, of Rika Takarada or something. I don't care what her name is at this point. This is, of course, called the Thigh Meat Award, aka Most Overrated. EA, regale us with the tales of whatever the fuck it is you nominated.
All right, good, sir. I nominated Remake Our Life because I had high hopes for this one. I was super excited. I'm like, yay, they're going to talk about how to make film and movies, stuff that I went to college for. But no, it turned into nothing more than just a harem for a little bit. And then there was like more time travel which involved a pink-haired fucking lolly for some reason.
Wasn't she
And
God? Did she turn out to be
She
like
was-
the wizard?
she was God in this show. She was God to where she was like, "Do you want me to travel you back? Do you?" I'm like, that's why she was everywhere at the same time, knew where she needed to be, was because she was the like you said, God. And then I don't know, he had like a future where he was with the blue-haired girl and he had a kid. And then he went for a while there, he was like talking about how everything was his fault. And like I was saying to you guys, the fact that those people decided to give up just because, the main character was like, I'm going to take control, just seemed very dumb to me, because it must not have been that much of a dream if you really felt like if a person's going to do one thing about over one fucking project, all of a sudden, oh well, I give up, I no longer want to be a writer, I no longer want to be a singer. It was all dumb. Then he finally goes back in time, and you think everything's going to go back to normal, and then it doesn't. Everybody's like, nah, I don't want to be a writer anymore. I don't want to draw. I don't want to be an artist. So he literally had a good life in the future, but then he decided to go back, and it was all for nothing. And people are like, this is a great show. So yeah, this is definitely overrated and not nearly as good as it could have been had. I mean, I was hoping for something good, but ultimately at the end it was just nothing but booty.
Satsuki, kill our viewership. Who did you nominate?
Well, it's okay. How about this? I'll separate myself from you guys since I'm a ticking time bomb in this regard. My views on this are solely expressed by me. Not to say that my co-host can't share my opinion or agree with some of the points I'm going to make with the show. Which it's not really going to be points; it's just going to be me bitching. But yeah, this is all me. What I nominated for the most overrated animated season is Tokyo Revengers. I'm not a fan of the show. I had to get through the show crawling to the finish line. Just as I had to do with Higurashi watching in 2x speed, I had to do the same thing with Tokyo Revengers because I was not fond of the show. I think I said it when we first started the show. I think what really hurts me with Tokyo Revengers is I can't really get into like finding things believable. And I understand it's an anime. That's not what I really mean in that regard. It's just that when I really think that the characters in the show are middle schoolers and they're doing some of the things they're doing, because besides the time travel stuff, it's supposed to be realistic to some extent. But they're middle schoolers and they're like beating grown men. They're riding around on motorcycles, all this crazy ass shit. And it just like them being middle schoolers breaks your immersion in the show. That's already one thing. I hate Takamichi. He is one he is definitely one of the worst time travel protagonists I've seen. And it's not a lot of those protagonists, but he's definitely bottom one. And that's because he he never really uses his time travel right. He goes back and doesn't really change anything until something fucking happens right in front of his face, and then he realizes, oh shit, this is supposed to happen. Oh no! Like his reaction to some of the things that goes on from the vantage point of being a time traveler is horrible. I don't understand like how he has such a slow reaction to to events that he should knows happens. So yeah, I don't really like that. Oddly enough though, like the side characters are pretty cool. I like Draken, I like Mikey, I like Hina, but I don't really care for the story because like I said, I just don't find a lot of the things believable. And yeah, I was never too fond of the show. Um I think like I ended the show thinking it was like mediocre or whatnot, but the reason why I nominated for most overrated is because people love this show right now. As a manga, it is like outselling everything by a large margin. So right
Really?
now, yeah, Tokyo Revengers is explosive right now as a manga. Like it is killing other series and sales, and that is
Wow.
part of it is because it's in its last arc, I believe. So that always gives it a boost. Quintessential quintuplets at the same thing, but I mean it was already pretty mega popular before then. That is why I nominated as most overrated because my opinion on how the quality of it doesn't match the public's opinion on it. Because I'm definitely in a minority when I talk about how I feel about it. Because like I said, it is crazy how much people love it.
I mean, this is a series that I've stated so many times in the past that I feel like this is a show that for me didn't work with KOA, much like, ironically enough, Demon Slayer. It's just I don't know what it was. I still need to give it a shot. I haven't got the time to watch it again. So, but my nomination for whatever the fuck this what award is this one again?
Thigh meat.
Thigh meat most overrated. Well, let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. A man jerks your door open and says, "Out of the car! I'm taking your car." And this show says, you know, you can take it, just don't hurt me. Well, you know what I do? I pull out the Glock.
Yeah.
I put it to his forehead. I spill his brains out all over the concrete. Because I'm SeaTactics and all that implies, and I'll be damned if I don't nominate Tokyo Revengers or Remake Our Life. Fuck!
What?
Wow. Wow.
I'm drunk, man. No, I'm drunk. Fuck! Remake Our Life. This show. I'm just sober up for a second here. Remake Our Life. Easily one of the most just. I went and looked at the Mal rating for this. This should be like a 6 at the most. Should be nowhere near a 7. The fact that this got a 40-minute first episode, a full-length 60-minute slot on Tokyo TV or Japanese TV, like Jesus Christ, like what? I mean, the first like couple episodes or so were not that bad in my opinion, but it's the stuff that comes in the middle of this series that. It is literally the most generic fucking show I've watched in a very, very long time. This show was so generic that it makes generic shows look like they're moderately more interesting. Like it's just, this is how boring and fucking white bread this is. It's not terrible. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just generic. And I think because of that, I think it should be around a 5 or a 6 on Mal, and that's how I'm judging my rating on this. I think a lot of people overrate this show to a modest extent. So that's my pick. Remake Our Life, much like EA, and it's 2 against 1. So Satsuki, you fight us now.
Okay. So when we talk about overrated, Because if we just talk about it in a sense of which I think is better or worse, I think Remake Our Life is worse than Tokyo Revengers, but I don't think it's more overrated. Because when we talk about what is more overrated, we had to look at the discrepancy on how we feel about the quality versus how it is actually perceived by the masses. So when we look at it in that perspective, Remake Our Life right now, if we use Mal as a benchmark, it's sitting at a 7.52, which in a Mal sense, that's pretty middle of the pack because when we look at the ratings from a 1 to 10 scale, obviously 5 will be in the middle, but if there's something rated a 5 on Mal, it is going to be one of the worst things you ever seen because the numbers are inflated. So a 7 on Mal or around a 7.5, that's in a range of it's kind of mediocre, it's kind of good, like it's in that type of bubble. And for how we talked about Remake Our Life and how I think you guys feel about it, I think we feel around the same. Like we think it's mediocre, generic, whatever. We don't think it's the worst thing ever, but I don't think our opinion is too far off from it appears how the public thinks about the show. Now, when we look at Tokyo Revengers, that is where it is a big difference in how we feel versus how it actually is perceived. Um Tokyo Revengers right now, the anime is rated at 8.32, which we look at it in my anime list standards, that's pretty good. You know, that's a show that you would recommend to other people, and I don't think we would recommend Tokyo Revengers to anybody else. We already talked about it, poop on the head, and all the other fucking memes that came with the show. Um, yeah, I just think our discrepancy between how we feel versus how other people feel about Tokyo Revengers is bigger than the discrepancy in Remake Our Life. So although I think Remake Our Life is worse than Tokyo Revengers, I don't think it's more overrated. And
EA, we got a huddle.
Skull Out of Hell. I don't think Tokyo Revengers has lollies, but they're underage though.
EA, we got a team meeting here.
All right, what are we talking about?
It's a pretty good he made a pretty good argument. I don't know if you
really
were
did.
coherent.
No,
I mean, I wasn't.
Coherent.
I mean, I'm
think
gonna be honest. It was a little bit hard to understand complicated words he was saying.
Listen. I think he makes a good point. So in that regards, I say we give it to Tokyo Revenge.
Right. I mean, it's a fair trade.
I think so too.
Saucy, I was talking to my associate, and we would like to let you win this award, but you gotta give us money.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with nuggets.
Okay. Done.
You know, chicken nuggies. And some chalky milk. Oh,
Chicken
hell yeah.
nuggies.
Saucy, you fucking hook us up, man. You win, bro. Tokyo Revengers most overrated. Woo. Now, next award nominations things is the moment that made us just love life and all of its glory. We now love life because of this award. This is our favorite moment. EA Sports is in the game. What'd you think?
Favorite moment? Well, I have a lot of favorite moments, but I definitely got to give it up for this particular moment, which was having you SeaTactics watch Odd Taxi for the first time.
We're still watching it next week. More. More.
Freaking. This was something that I just so happened to see after the spring season, and it was because Satsuki was so hype about it. So I said to myself, all right, I got to see how good it was. And I am so glad that I watched it, that I was just like, and I'm going to say this right now. I renounce the spring best of anime, which originally was To Your Eternity. It's now Odd Taxi. And I think this show is by far the best of the spring, but also best of the year as well. And so that was probably my favorite moment, was actually watching a good anime this season.
This is true. Well, we've watched Bazaka as well. So
Yeah, that's good too.
To be
That's
fair,
good,
though,
too.
Odd Taxi is from this year, though. At the very least.
Satsuki, what was your favorite moment?
I mean, we pretty much should just say this in unison. Well, I guess not, because
A technicality unison.
but yeah, my favorite moment was picking up Odd Taxi. As EA already said, it is one of my favorite anime this year. I was very hype on it. I watched it very late. I watched it after it already finished. And when I picked it up, it was on a whim because I was just watching a lot of anime I had on my plan to watch list, and I was blown away about how I felt with the series. I didn't expect anything from Odd Taxi, and I walked away from it probably being in my top 10 anime. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it might be in there. Definitely top 20 for sure. It is one of the best original anime I've seen, and I can't compare it to anything. Like, that's how unique the story is, and how great the quality is of that season, or of the show. So when we picked it up, I was happy because on KOA, the only time we've talked about one of my favorite shows is Fruits Basket, and I was happy. We talked about the last season. Um, well, I guess Madoka Magica too, but yeah, I was happy to just talk about a show I really liked with the boys. So yeah, that was
The
definitely my favorite moment of the
boys.
podcast.
My nomination is Nakama Club, so by technicality, Odd Taxi wins, and I think Nakama Club should win because my argument is Odd Taxi and Berserk 1997. I win. This is Nakama Club. My nomination wins. Nakama Club wins. Best Nakama Club we've ever done easily.
Should I argue?
No.
No, it's fine. I'm T-Pain.
Okay. T-Pain.
What anime? Randy Bram says, "What anime are you guys going to be watching this season?" We got Tact OP, Destiny. We're going to be watching Blue Periods, probably the show EA is going to fall in love with and kiss everybody. Demon Slayer, which will be not a part of this podcast, but every Sunday, me and EA and Holographic are going to be talking about it. 8 p.m. EST. Demon Slayer season 2 is going to be great. We're talking about Komi-san can't communicate next season. It's gonna be awesome. 86 is returning as Vladilina is,
Your favorite.
not my favorite, but next week we're gonna have a PowerPoint presentation on why you guys are wrong about me liking Vladilina, and as well Mushoku Tensei. So it's all gonna be great when we talk about Eris. We love Eris. We don't love Rudy that much because he's a fucking pervert. If you want
Eris.
what? Eris is great, bitch.
She's not Ghislaine.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
Gasoline's
Ghislaine is
great.
great.
We love Gasoline. We stand Gasoline.
She needs to come back.
There's this. Listen, I'm fucking drunk right now, so I don't know if anybody does this on Twitter. You're gonna have to like tell me like in the post itself or whatever, wherever. But if you're an artist out there and if you make a Ghislaine art or Gasoline art of her literally drinking from a gasoline canister, like I would love you. I can't pay you because I'm broke, but my nomination wins. Favorite moment, Nakama Club is the best. It's great. We love Nakama Club. What are we doing?
Our next award is our worst moment in the podcast.
Oh.
So, EA, what did you nominate?
Well, I could tell you that right away, good sir. It was keeping Sonny Boy going on way longer than we needed to.
That's not a moment. That's like multiple weeks.
That was a bunch of moments that happened all at once. I swear. I was just like, again, every time I tried to kill it, it was nothing more than just, I don't know what the fuck happened. It's good. Let's pass it. Why? Why would we keep that?
We told you why. Every week.
Yo, Randy Bram in the comments. Sorry to interrupt you. I can't understand words. Randy says, "Can you guys watch Mieruko-chan, please?" I actually watched a little bit of the first episode. This show would be a perfect show for KOA. I'm just gonna say that now. I'm gonna say you guys should highly consider it if you could, please.
And Hollow, believe it or not, I'm actually sobering up. I had me some nuggets and I'm feeling better.
Good job.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what? We should definitely watch Mieruko-chan. Anyway, EA
What's
continue.
Mieruko-chan?
It's a horror anime. It's a horror anime about a girl who sees like a bunch of horror shit, but nobody else does. So it's like it's a legit horror anime. It's really cool. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah, you should watch the first
maybe.
episode, you guys, and then we can decide from there. Oh, EA, continue. What?
Well, that was pretty much it. I was just saying that Sonny Boy was just like the bane of my existence for this entire season, and I wish we could have killed it. And oh well, what can you do?
Watch more
Sasuke,
Sonny Boy.
you good looking man. Tell me what you nominated.
Well, first, thank you. The worst moment on the podcast was by far, and when I say by far, it is leaps and bounds the worst thing that's ever happened in KOA.
What?
Since 2018.
You're a liar.
And that is the moment SeaTactics. I don't know what happened. Maybe he went on Twitter, TikTok, whatever the fuck.
I don't do TikTok, but I should.
It's when SeaTactics discovered various slang and then implemented on a podcast
the
for
hell's
like
wrong?
the entire time.
What the hell's wrong with you?
And he did it literally the time EA was absent. So I had to shoulder that burden, and it was the worst thing ever.
Listen,
Oh yeah, I
listen.
remember that. I was on vacation.
Listen. EA was on vacation. We had a little bit of fun. This wine tastes really good. I'm gonna continue sipping from it. We had fun, Satsuki.
That
And
was
you know
hell.
what? It was not hell. Me and you bonded.
No, we didn't.
We did.
See, I wanted to strangle you in that moment. You have
Yeah,
no idea.
because you're in the weird kinks, probably.
I wanted to be the guy from Inuyashiki. Just bang.
Bong. Dude, that show. You hated Inuyashiki. Dude, that's
I
one of
did
our
not
Nakama
hate that
clubs.
sh- I did not.
That's one of our Nakama clubs. He's an old man. He's got a Shibu Inu.
Why does C think I hate that show? Every time I say I didn't hate it, I just didn't enjoy it that much.
Yeah.
Listen.
You thought it was okay. I thought it had a strong beginning, but then the ending seemed
The
really
opening,
rushed.
the opening song.
And then
Holy
SeaTactics
shit!
had
Hit
his
me on
freaking
the
penis
ground.
exposed for
Hit
it.
me on the ground. Na 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 na
You totally didn't
na
even hear
na.
what I said.
Hit me on the ground. Hit me on the ground. Great opening. Listen, Satsuki. I discovered various slang like lit because I'm hip with the children. And you don't know anything about being hip with the children, do ya? Because you're an old man.
I'd rather
That's-
have you in a cane, wheelchair, walker, whatever the fuck. Please. Gray hair SeaTactics, that's the best. Boomer SeaTactics, please
Listen.
bring him back.
Listen.
And I'm lame as fuck.
You ain't lit, Satsuki. You ain't lit
I'm
like
not.
the kids. You ain't that PS triple. You don't know shit.
I don't. All I
My
know is we lost the real C that day.
no, you discovered the real C. Listen, my nomination for worst moment is the rejection of cum in the sink or sink in the cum. Cause I'm
There's no
fucking
way that's
angry
your
about
worst
that.
moment.
I'm
How?
angry about that.
How is
bad.
that even a thing? That was the worst thing
You
you
guys
ever
should have.
said.
You guys should never have rejected that. It makes so much sense. Come in the sink or sink in the cum.
I don't even remember what we were talking
It's not.
about. But
It's not literal, you guys. It's not supposed to mean you literally sink and come. Okay? It's legit. All right. You come in the sink. That means you move. You go. You. It's like saying you either shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
that makes
saying?
more sense.
That's what it means. But you rejected the notion of come in the sink or sink in the cum. And that, my friends, by far, worse than Sonny Boy Remake Your Life or whatever other show there is out there. The rejection of come in the sink or sink in the cum is ridiculous.
See, I think you need to like use that for open mic night and see how well that's gonna be.
It's gonna
received.
be accepted because everyone agrees with me. You either come in sink or you sink in the cum.
You'll
Now,
hear
who
nothing
wins?
but a wave of boos.
Who wins? Keeping Sonny Boy way too long, come in the sink or sink in the cum, or me discovering new language?
I think it's you discovering new language because even though I wasn't there when I came back the next week, you were like, "I'm down bad and I'm litty like a titty," and I'm like, "Oh my
Yo,
god,
yeah, down bad and literally like a titty.
We literally lost C that day.
we did." He became I don't know what you would call it, but he's like he's basically the meme. What up, fellow children?
Yeah, it was like I was Obi-Wan and then like Anakin just goes to the dark side. It's like I believed in you. I trust you. I
Oh
thought
my
of you as a
God.
brother, and
You were the
this is what you
chosen one.
become? Yeah, this is what you become? What the fuck is
You were
this?
the chosen one.
You were supposed to be
You were
balance to
supposed-
the force, not destroy it. And then
That's how I felt.
SeaTactics is, I hate you.
I hate you. I hate you. Yo, Satsuki wins. What the fuck? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Take it.
Hell yeah. Dude, what am I drinking? I'm drinking wine. By the way, I'm a lightweight, so that's why I seem a little drunk.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm actually sobering up really quick. Like, my girlfriend gave me some nuggets, and it just soaked it all up.
Yeah, that is
Oh.
what happened when you eat or drink.
Hollis says in the chat, live chat here, I imagine Ben is an incredible lightweight. I'm the lightest of the weights. And I do that on purpose because you don't have to pay much for drinks if you're the most lightest of the weights.
That's my secret.
It's true. Wow, holographic gentleman for 7 months. Ben can't handle alcohol. That's somewhat true.
I think that's very true.
Do we need like a designated reader of the chat? I think we do.
No, we don't. The next award, because Saucy interrupted me before and introduced the award before I could do it, is... Wait, no, this is your award. You should introduce it, because you're the one that came up with this award. You should be the one to do it. Why am I doing it? Saucy, introduce your award.
The next award is Mirai Zora. It is what we look forward to the most next season. So this current fall season, what are we looking forward to? EA, what's your anime?
It might be one that would surprise a lot of people. I mean, yeah, there's the Demon Slayers of the world. You know, there's our continuations of all other animes that we started seasons ago that we're doing now. But I am most curious about World's End Harem. And of course, it's for the plot. Because when it comes to this anime, it's legit an anime where a great percentage of men are getting getting killed out.
They're getting
throughout the
died.
whole-
Hell
They're getting
yeah.
died.
Fuck men. Getting died.
And then shut up. And then all of a sudden, in order to save the world, the main character has to repopulate the world and like
That's
there's
what this show. EA, what?
listen, listen,
Listen to the man, Satsuki.
listen. I'm just curious about it because I want to see how they're going to handle this particular story. And yeah, it's probably not going to be good. I own up to that and I admit that it's probably going to be one of the worst animes to come out this season. But I'm also curious just to see how they portray that whole situation. Is it going to be like this fun type of happy-go-lucky, oh look, we're gonna repopulate the world, or is it gonna be the stupid, just typical harem that we all expect from every harem ever fucking made? Which I'm going with that. It probably is, but I'm always curious because some harems are better than others. You know, Fruits Grisai is one of them that are better than others, and then there's the typical run-of-the-mill, just average. So I'm looking forward most to that just because, like I said, the plot.
Quintessential quintuplets, EA. It exists. It's the best one. Yotsuba's the best. She's my daughter. Satsuki, what do you nominate for Mirai Zora?
For the Mirai Zora Award, I nominated Komi-san. It is a manga that, if anybody has been in my server, you've heard me complain about this series, and that's because I didn't really like the current manga events. But as to what the anime is going to be covering, unless it goes like the promised Goofy Land route, Sasuke's Fever Dream, where it just like skips past shit, then I should be happy with what they're going to adapt. I'm very excited to see the animation looks great just for the trailer. First, I want to say that. But I'm very excited to see my favorite character, Najimi. The world shall know Najimi. You need to repent. All right? Because it will be Judgment Day. It's coming.
All right. Listen, y'all. I don't want to hear no Vladilina bullshit in the comments. I don't want to hear from you too. Mirai Zura, what I'm looking forward to most season is 86.
We don't.
You son of a bitch! How dare you, you motherfucker! How dare you love Vladilina?
I don't love Vladilina. I don't, okay? I don't.
Oh my god! I need to have a conversation with Vladilina.
You should. It'd be a great conversation.
Because of you, I've changed.
I'm not in love with Vladilina, but I did watch the first episode. I did a video on it. You can watch on my channel. It'd be great if you did. She's got that red streak through her hair. I'm not gonna lie. It adds a lot to her character. Just you don't know it because it's symbolism. Well, she also doesn't just have the red streak through her hair. She also changed her outfit.
Where else
from
does
being
she have the red, huh?
only on her hair. Everywhere else, like her outfit is like now mostly black, which is really cool because now she's like great. But it's not just Vladilina that's cool. It's all like there's like. I don't want to say it because we got talk about it on the first week of King of Anime podcast next season, which we will, because next week PowerPoint presentation on why I don't love Lena, and y'all gonna be embarrassed when I prove you wrong. But I vote.
You're not proving your case. So.
I prove everything right because I'm the coolest. I can't say actually. I really would say more about other characters than just Vladilina, but like it would actually spoil the events of the one, and we want to save that for the people who haven't seen that yet. So please go watch my video on it. Satsuki, what do you think?
There was a lot of love put into that video. I just want to say that.
There was a lot of love. That was a good video. I love doing that video, by the way. That's a great video.
Once again, I am not with
7
EA.
minutes of greatness.
I cannot be with EA on this one because that synopsis of Worlds in Harem sounds horrible.
Oh, come on. You're not even the slightest bit curious?
No. Listen, I've had my harem phase. Harem shows are just not for me. I've come to terms with that. Quintessential Quintuplets was one of the exceptions, and the reason why is because it's harem and like ecchi are like intertwined. Like you're going to get ecchi in the harem series, and I feel like Quintessential Quintuplets is one of the first ones that separated that, even though there's some fan service here and there.
We should
but
do
it's not,
season
edgy
3
for the most part.
We should do season 3 for KOA.
What?
Yeah.
It's a
EA, you
movie.
should get caught up on Quintessential Quintuplets.
It won't have a season 3. It's going to have a
Huh.
movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. EA, get caught up.
No.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
It's not
So
going to
when
be good.
So when it comes to World's End Harem, it says here that there are 5 billion women for every 5 men. So they need to repopulate the world before the world goes extinct.
No.
It's known as the male killer virus.
No.
Damn.
It killed 99.9% of men on the planet.
Hope one of those is me. Dark jokes.
Just repopulate
Listen,
the world with everyone else.
Listen. We all know who wins. It's 86. Come on
It's me.
now. No,
It's not
no.
86.
You know, Satsuki, you agree with me, right?
We won't say it's 86 until you admit you love Vlad.
I'm never gonna do that.
All right, then it doesn't win.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, we all look forward to Komi-san. Who doesn't love Komi?
I guess Komi wins. She
seems adorable.
She's rather cute. You know what? Komi-san wins. We like Komi here. We stand Komi. Lightning Eagle says Ben is starting to sound like his Mitch impression. Dave, I don't sound like SeaTactics, do I? Dave, do I? Dave.
Could you imagine if you sound like that the whole time?
This is what we have to deal with.
So the next award is dedicated to the beauty of our hometown, our Nezuko. One of the greatest things a character has ever said. One of the greatest quotes. Scholars for years are still, years later, trying to decipher just exactly what these words meant. And many people have their different interpretations, but we, for one, have our own unique interpretation. Of course, we are talking about the only award ever that has ever in the whole entire world been dedicated to the beauty of our hometown Nezuko. The award, which of course is a quote from Nezuko where she literally says, and we don't know what it means. So because of that, this award means something for everybody. So
Yes,
everybody
you give it meaning.
So whoever wins, it could be literally anything. It could literally be a box of crayons. Somebody wants it to. So, EA, what did you nominate for the award?
Well, I originally had playing Echidnut's Gauntlet, but now I changed it to Ben never admitting to the fact that he loves.
It's not true.
Vladilena.
It's not. I don't love Vladilena. Damn it.
He never admits it, even though
I'm
the
drunk.
evidence is so damning.
It's called
Listen.
being a Tsunade.
Listen, EA.
Yep.
I'm drunk right now. When I get drunk,
know.
it's like a truth
tru-
serum.
That's what I'm saying. When the truth serum comes out,
It's
so
out.
does your true feelings.
The true feelings are not there. I do not love Vladilena. At least not in the way you
Yeah.
guys think.
Why is 86 your most looking forward
Because it's
to anime?
because
next
it's a
season?
great. Listen, EA, you're drunk. It's gonna be great. It's gonna
I'm
be a
actually
great
pretty-
show.
I'm sobering up now. I can probably walk a straight line.
I can't.
Probably.
I could
Can you-
not.
Can you say the alphabet backwards?
ZYXWVUQ.
Just the fact that you attempted that, you're sober.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would have never. I would have never.
So yeah,
attempted that.
we get it. The joke. I love Vladilena. Okay, cool. Haha, very funny. Nobody likes this joke anymore. Not one person in the chat likes this joke, right, chat?
So
Satsuki.
Joke.
for my award, it's Ben wanting to penetrate Vladilena. Satsuki, what would you?
What the
what did
fuck?
You have?
Oh Um, I chose for the award women. That's it.
Oh, all right. You're gonna have to explain that one, Sasuke.
Women.
No, no. You find the meaning in that.
Women.
It's only offensive if you think of it as offensive.
I mean, here it says women guts 1997. So
Well, I mean, I changed my mind last second. Now it's a quote coming from me.
well, for my award is a quote that comes from me, comes from the heart.
Oh God.
You either come in the sink or you sink in the cum. Listen,
Like they're like that sentence shouldn't be said by anybody, and the fact that you've said this over 10 times is concerning.
you either come in the
can
sink or you
never-
sink in the cum, man. Come on.
You can never use that sentence at all at a normal like dinner party or anything.
You
It's like,
could.
oh, how have you been? Oh yes, I've been coming in the sink and sinking in the cum. You know.
Why would you come in the sink and sink in the cum? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think anything makes sense. Like the
That
last
whole-
30 minutes has been incoherent bullshit.
That whole sentence itself means nada.
It means everything. It's like I said, you either shit or you get off the pot. It's the same fucking principle. You either come in the sink or you sink in the cum.
Me the sober people, me and EA, can we come to agreement that C is not winning this award?
Yeah, he's not
Fine.
winning this
Fine.
at
Okay.
all.
Okay, fine. I get it. But what wins?
Well, I do like the women one. Women one, it sounds pretty great. But then your love for Vladilena is also fantastic as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely on that.
I will never admit, because a true man doesn't admit his feelings for a woman he doesn't love.
Yeah, I think C wanting to penetrate Vlad wins.
Never happened. Never will happen because she's 2D.
You can print her out into a 3D model and then
Listen.
just get some lube. You know,
Listen,
everything's all good.
I'm not desperate, okay, like Satsuki is. Let's move on. The next
Why?
award is
I
Why
get
is that-
accused of the most things on this podcast, and I do like literally nothing.
we get it, okay? You guys like to make fun of me. It's great, all right? But next week on the King of Anime podcast, I'm going to prove to you all with a PowerPoint presentation that I do not love Vladilena, and I will not be drunk. And I will not be drunk. And I will not be drunk. Next award, King Nothing. Of course, this is the worst anime of the season. It's the full award name is King Nothing X-Arm Award of Excellence. So you know what we're dealing with. You know what we're dealing with. EA, what are we dealing with?
We're dealing with some of the worst anime this year, and my King Nothing X-Arm Award of Excellence is Remake Our Life because it's a piece of shit.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like I was seriously like going back and forth between Sonny Boy and this, and I think Sonny Boy is just out the gates, just confusing as hell. So, to be honest, I would have dropped this show a long time ago if it wasn't for the show. But because Remake Our Life had high hopes of being something, it pretended it wasn't. All I have to say is pink-haired god lollies. And that is the pretty much the crowning achievement of this piece of shit show. So, yeah, Remake Our Life is without a doubt the worst anime I've seen this year.
Wow.
All right,
Saucy.
What do you have?
please regale us.
For the X-Arm Award of Excellence, I chose Higurashi Sotsu. As I already talked about with the most disappointing, this show is the second worst thing I watched this year, only trailing behind Higehiro, which was a piece of shit. Well, I mean, Joran was pretty bad too. But I think Higurashi just it brung out only disappointment and anger out of me. The only time I smiled when I was laughing at how ridiculous the season was. So this definitely is it deserves no praise. It deserves no attention. I shouldn't even be talking about this. This should be like a show that is never named on this named in conversation, period. It is god awful. It is a disgrace to the Higurashi franchise, which I like. It's not a masterpiece. I like it, but Sotsu is a spit in the face. Like I don't. It's worse than the Promised Goofy Land, and that's saying something. It is terrible. So yeah, that is what I chose.
Good choice. My pick is the summer season. I'm gonna be honest. This could have been our words. This could have been our break season. This could have been a season where we just didn't even do King of Anime podcast. Or better yet, just do like a whole season of Nakama Club where we cover Odd Taxi and Berserk. It would have been, I'm not gonna lie, while we had a lot of very entertaining moments this season, for example, we did Echidnut's Gauntlet is great. We love Echidnut. Mitch, please, we love you. Yeah, we do. Yeah. So like, yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna nominate the summer season as a whole. Because while it's in my opinion probably not the worst season we've covered, I do think that as a whole, the summer season for me at the very least it was a nothing burger of a season. Like, yeah, I like Dragon Maid, but like that's just literally the only anime that I like. And yeah, it was a great anime to watch, especially as a Dragon Maid fan who was not excited for going in season 2 like at all because of Ilulu. Like, it turned it around in almost every way possible.
Did you say especially as a dragon?
No, it's a Dragon Maid fan. But listen here. Listen.
You think you're a dragon?
I am not a dragon, but I do think that for me, at least the summer season is as a whole just it was unfavorable for me with my personal taste. I know. I'm not talking about sequels, so Dragon Maid technically is out of this. Just original anime in general, not great. I didn't enjoy it. So please, other people on the podcast, tell me the fuck do you think about the stuff.
Well, I wouldn't nominate the whole season just because there is at least one anime I enjoyed. Not to say that that's that should be like a representative for the entire season, because I do think the season was weak, but I don't think it's weak enough to complete, like, for the whole season to overshadow something that should be focused on, and that's Higurashi Sotsu, because that, as I already said in the disappointed segment, it is some of the worst piece of fiction I've witnessed in my life. It transcends, like when I talk about how bad it is, it transcends this season for sure. Because like I said, it's one of the worst things I just watched ever. Top 10 is god awful. So I think it deserves focus. When you say like the summer season, it kind of lets Higurashi Sotsu sneak in with all the other shows, and you can look at the other shows and say that was bad. No, Sotsu is the worst thing ever in this season, so it needs all the focus.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's fair.
The first 2 seasons were spectacular.
Like, I cannot argue against that Dragon Ball fight. like it's so bad.
They were literally flying in the air for no explainable reason.
They were powering up.
The character turned into a lolly for no reason, and then they made up and became friends. Mind you, the Sakuto was killing her friends and also killing Rika, and then they made up in the end.
Just doesn't.
No words.
It doesn't. It's just it doesn't.
And then the freaking the whole reason behind everything was because someone didn't like studying.
Don't want to study.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
I
was
agree.
terrible.
I agree. King Nothing this season went. Higurashi Sotsu wins XRM Award of Excellence. I think many people will probably agree with that winning. But before we get on to the King of Anime Summer 2021, Jesus Christ. Light Roller says in the chat, Toradora Nakama Club win. Satsuki, you said we good. Listen, listen. You two may not like this, but I am willing to pull some strings and get Kyle's McGiles on that shit.
What the fuck that is?
Kyle's McGiles, she's Amelia. Just Amelia.
I know who that is.
We don't
She
talk
has
about. Yeah,
She
tell
has a
them.
really high pitch. She has a really high pitched voice when she talks. She's probably like 4 foot nothing. She's
Oh my
just like
god.
she's just like, hi guys, me Kyle's McGiles.
We love
and,
Kyle's. We stand Kyle.
She seems
I
super
guess.
sweet.
But you know, I'm not. This is not an indictment on this person, but like that's not going to get me. That's not going to be the fucking cheese on the fishing pole that's going to get me to bite.
Listen.
Yeah, and I think Toradora is overrated in my opinion.
Wow. I mean, that's fair. That's honestly, yes, that is a fair opinion. But because I do agree to a certain extent based off context. But Toradora is a perfect Nakama Club show, and I am willing to pull some goddamn strings to get Kyle's McGiles talk about Toradora on a KOA.
We have the listen. Okay, on KOA we talk about seasonal anime, so we're boxed in on what we can watch that season. We're limited. We have Nakama Club, which allows us to watch anything, and you want to watch fucking Toradora?
More rice, Ryuji!
Why?
More rice, Ryuji!
I'm gonna say I don't like Taiga.
Shit.
Taiga is a terrible person.
Oh, I can't believe, like, it's so much other things we could be watching, and you want to watch Toradora. Why?
You know what I'm about. That's that Toradora shit.
It's because of the intro.
Oh, I actually, not even gonna lie, like, I actually hate that opening so much.
It's kind of catchy.
I mean, it is catchy.
I will give it that.
Yeah.
It's at least a little catchy.
It's catchy. It's an anime opening. It's doing its job.
Show's overrated though.
I mean,
and Taiga is the worst type of person. Not as bad as Haruhi Suzumiya, but she's up there.
Wow, Hollow is calling me a simp. If I'm a simp, then okay.
Yeah. True.
I don't know what I'm a simp for, but
you know what? Just add an H and an R, and that's what you really are, Ben.
Hmm?
You are what you eat?
Ben is a shrimp. Get
I'm
it?
a shrimp. Dude, I love shrimp. I could go for some
See,
shrimp right
you are
now.
what you eat.
I could go for some shrimp right now.
What kind of shrimp do you like? Do you like that coconut beer battered shrimp?
Dude.
Or do you like the shrimp that's like not breaded?
Oh, I like both.
You like both?
I think I like the coconut more, but I like out of those two, like I for sure. But the bread, whew.
I want to say you having the vapors.
I'm having the vapors. So for the last award, this of course this is the most generic of all, much like the King Nothing Award. This is the best anime of summer 2021. Forgot what time period we're in. So yes, this is the best anime of summer 2021. This is, of course, is the titular title what the show is based off of. The King of Anime Podcast Award, the official one. King of Anime Summer 2021. EA, tell me now, what did you pick?
You got it. Well, I picked this one last season only because I didn't know no better. Spring is forever now Odd Taxi season. That is the King of Anime of spring. It's not even a question. That's what it is. But when it comes to King of Anime Summer 2021, now I'm going to give it to Your Eternity. It's a fantastic show. It's probably the best of this season. Great characters, great story building. I mean, we kind of talked about it, no pun intended, to your eternity. But overall, I just feel like To Your Eternity is just like a great show that I could rewatch that. I could definitely rewatch that. I'm so looking forward to season 2, and yeah, I definitely think out of the whole summer, which wasn't that much, To Your Eternity stood out as being one of the best of the summer, and it ended kind of like halfway through summer, you know. So I still give it to it, even give it to Your Eternity, even though it ended early. But it was a lot better than a good majority of shows that came out this year, and yeah, summer was just kind of like a bad season, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Lassie, tell me.
All right. The king of anime for the summer 2021 season for me is Love Live Superstar, and I want to start off by saying because uh EA was talking about 2 Year Eternity, and that of course came to my mind because I really enjoy 2 Year Eternity. But for me, when picking this award, I don't really like to choose anything that continues on from a previous season because I picked 2 Year Eternity for the spring season, so I don't want to pick it for the summer season. So I want to whenever this is just me, not to say that this has to be like the golden rule for everyone to follow, but I like to pick things that started in that season. So, uh, so 2 Year Eternity was off for me, so that's why I didn't pick it. So from then on, at that point, my pool of anime is pretty short. I thought about Eight and Zero. That was pretty much it. Like Sonny Boy wasn't really a thought. So Love Live Superstar is like a typical Love Live season. It's hit or miss for a lot of people because if you don't really understand like the flow of the show, like it's just fun. Like there's a lot of things you could pick apart with Love Live, but if you're just there for a fun time and you don't really get think about things too deeply, you have fun with it. And Superstar is in that same vein of the previous seasons of School Idol Project, Sunshine. It's a little different for Nijigasaki, because I felt like that season was unique, but this season kind of follows the format of those other previous seasons. Pretty fun show. Last episode I watched was funny. They were doing rap in it for some reason. I don't know what, but that's the kind of stuff you can expect with Love Live. Like a lot of memeable content. Like that's the type of show it is. So yeah, not really much to say about it. I pretty much won it by default because it's not really anything in the summer season for me to pick.
Sasuke, where would you rank that Love Live compared to all the other greats? Like, is it like one of the worst ones?
Honestly, I think Superstar would probably be my bottom Love Live right now.
Okay.
Just where it is right now. It's odd because it has my favorite orange hair protagonist because we have Honoka, we have Chio? Is that her name? Chio? Or yeah, Chio, I think. I don't know why I forgot her name. And then we have fuck. I can't remember her name in Nijigasaki either. But yeah, it has my favorite protagonist, like the MC, and it has other characters I really like. I like Cuckoo, I like Sumire, but I think the reason why I don't like it as much as the other seasons is because it kind of follows the format as the first one and the second one. Like the plot is to save the school again. So like once you do it for a third time, it's kind of like I'm not really too keen on this. I already seen it before.
Right.
So it kind
I
of
gotcha.
suffers from being repetitive. I think that's what hurts it. And
Yeah, Nijigasaki was great.
yeah, I really like Nijigasaki. That's my favorite installment of the Love Live series. It's because it felt so different from the other ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait for season 2 next year.
It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
My pick for King of, I'm gonna be honest, I'm at the point where my whole body is numb and everything feels like I'm floating in midair. So
Oh jeez, stop drinking.
Drink more. That's what you mean, EA. Remember, kids, drink responsibly. I'm drinking water while drinking.
I'm hungry.
King of Anime Summer 2021 for me. To Your Eternity represents a lot of things that I really like in anime. For example, I really love a lot of the character development between a lot of these characters. But I think especially the importance on side characters. I think if you go back in my history of things that I nominate for the best anime of whatever season it may be, it's usually it has a strong presentation on side characters. If you look back at Fruits Basket, for example, we can see that. But for To Your Eternity, and the reason why I'm nominating this is because I feel like it just stands head and shoulders above most of its competition. I think it barely edges out Dragon Maid Season 2, but at the same time, I feel like To Your Eternity is a show that I look forward to every week, even more so than Dragon Maid Season 2, which I think, you know, if we're going in with expectations, I think makes a lot of sense. But To Your Eternity had awesome side characters, supporting characters like Tanari, for example, or Perona, for example. But as well, March. You have memorable deaths even. When Arigato. It's one of the most quotable shows, you know, in its sub form, which I think is
Itai,
which I think is just phenomenal. And speaking of phenomenal, it has a phenomenal first episode. It has a phenomenal episode 4. It has a phenomenal episode 14. It has a phenomenal
forearm.
Phenomenal forearm. It's, you know, it's AJ Styles. It's bouncing off the top rope, landing that phenomenal forearm for the 1, 2, 3. I mean, To Your Eternity is literally everything I think people want in an anime. It's compelling, it's rich in story, and most importantly, it's entertaining. This isn't just your normal show where it's critically acclaimed. This is a show that I think appeals to so many audiences. This is a show like Vinland Saga or Attack on Titan. This is a show I think most people will look back on in years to come and say, wow, this show is truly extravagant. And I think that is honestly just because of who it is that made this. Yoshitoki Oima, once again, I will continue to say it. Yoshitoki Oima is a person that stands above most of her contemporaries. She is an incredible mangaka. She should be praised for the work that she does. Absolutely phenomenal, especially the work she did with Your Name. Your Name was, or not Your Name. Fuck, Silent Voice.
Your Name.
You Silent Voice, man. I'm drunk. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Thank you for creating Ueno.
A Silent Voice is great. I think this anime, it's we're gonna have to see, especially as the story evolves. But this To Your Eternity to me at this moment with season 1, at least comparison to its movie, as I have not caught up with its manga at all. I think the anime version stands at the very least toe to toe with Your Name. Or fuck, a silent voice. I'm so goddamn gone, dude. Dude, I'm out of here. I'm like not even in the same fuck. I'm above Cloud9, dude. I'm on Mars. All right.
Well, I guess To Your Eternity wins.
It's 2 against 1, and I am so fucking drunk, dude. I can't even begin. Can't even begin. What?
Dicks.
Yeah, I said dicks.
All right. All right. Well, I guess To Your Eternity wins King of Anime Summer 2021, and it deservingly so, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Amazing.
Sorry, Love Live, but EA, where can they find you?
I understood that.
You can find me over at my channel, Everything Animated. I made this amazing video. It's a short 1-minute video about how Griffith scores with chicks in Berserk, and it's hilarious.
I agree.
It's super great. Check that out if you would like. I'm actually gonna get the gang back together, and I'm going to do Twitch stuff again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute since since I've been able to, or well, since I've done a stream, I should say. But I'm so looking forward to doing it again. And it's been a while since I posted anything on this channel, but you can follow me on not Everything Animated, All Elite Couple, where it's me and my girlfriend. We do reactions, we talk about All Elite Wrestling, and just about anything we want, because it's our damn show. We could do what we want.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. EA, if you like plot, check out Tawawa on what? First of all, I've seen it. Their PCJ27. It's weird. That's a show about.
Yo. Sorry. I'm drunk.
It's okay. I was gonna say that's a show about a guy going to work. He's an adult, and then there's a high school girl that's going to school, and she's like, "My boobs are so incredibly big that my button came off here. Here's a present for the day." I kid you not. That's the fucking story. And then there's like one, because I saw this was season 2, season 1, where this woman, she is a dentist or teeth cleaner, whatever you want to call it. She's like, people love my technique, and she's got gigantic tits, and she basically just rubs her tits up against people's face while she's cleaning their teeth.
Somebody likes that, and it's probably Satsuki.
Once again, I've done nothing.
I know, unprovoked too. Satsuki's just like chilling, and all of a sudden, Satsuki, how fucking dare you?
It's because of you.
But anyway, I've seen that there. Anyway, so check me out to all those places, and I will see you guys real soon.
Yo.
Stopping by.
Yo,
Everything
the world.
Animated.
Yeah, Everything Animated. The world is spinning around. As I say this, Lightning Roller says, Poggers. I'm going to add on to that. Poggers, I suppose. I agree, Light Ruler. You're the greatest. Satsuki, we should replace you with Light Ruler. Satsuki,
Wow. I don't
I'm
agree with
kidding.
that at all.
I'm kidding. We love Satsuki here. We stand Satsuki. Satsuki, where can they find you?
I don't know what to say after that. Okay.
I love that. Let's replace Satsuki. Satsuki, where can they find you?
Yeah. You can find me, I don't know, some other podcast. I don't know.
You can find me in a
the Queen of Anime podcast or some shit. Prince of all Saiyans, some shit.
I am the Prince of all Saiyans.
Yeah. Some other monarch. But you can find me on Satsuki the Savage as well as Satsuki Reactor. where I have old reactions to JoJo's Part 3 and 4, as well as Fruits Basket. Don't expect new content from that channel. Don't expect new content from my regular channel, Satsuki the Savage, either. I dropped the last video I dropped was a video on Friday the movie. When did that movie? What year was that movie made?
Oh, that's
1995.
a
The
great
original
video.
Friday.
Yeah, 95.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie took a lot out of, or that video took a lot out of me, so I don't really have anything planned, and I had to fight with Warner Brothers. Fuck Warner Bros, by
I
the way.
agree.
I had to fight to get that video uploaded, and I hate how it came out on YouTube. But I have a link to Daily Motion. I don't even know if I can say that because of YouTube's rules, but yeah, there's a different link to that to get the original version. But yeah, I'm tired, so I probably won't drop anything this week unless something crazy comes up. But I should be back in gear next week. That is it.
Definitely go check out EA and Satsuki's videos and channels as well. As for me, big stuff coming up next week. Of course, we got the new Demon Slayer spin-off podcast for KOA. Episode 122 will be only just on Demon Slayer. That'll happen every Sunday at 8 p.m. EST, but as well every Monday at 9:45 p.m. ST regular time, like we are here right now. We'll be covering the new fall season. We're going to be covering, let's see, look into my whiteboard here. We'll be covering Mushoku Tensei, Blue Period, Komi-san Can't Communicate, Tact OP Destiny, and as well, of course, 86. Next week, you don't want to miss it, because I'm going to have a PowerPoint presentation made specifically on why I don't love Vladilena. All of these jokers out here saying I love someone I don't. Of course, you would know if you watched my most recent 86 video. A real man doesn't admit his love to a woman he doesn't love. And that is the truth. That is the truth. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to next week, especially a brand new look for KOA, something that I think will make the whole experience of the show just top tier, next level. So if you haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe and ring the bell, share it out to all the people on the Twitterverse and the Reddit and the things. I am not drunk. Thanks everybody. I appreciate your support greatly. So see you next week. Bye-bye.
Johnny.